Okay, so many of you are ready to assess Unit 2, or you're approaching the end of Unit 2, and I wanted to take this time to introduce you to the new cover sheets that are a little bit different than what we had in the last unit. Um, for Unit 2 and hopefully beyond, we'll be using this or something very similar to it that shows the domains and leaves you a space to fill in the number of items answered correctly that pertain to each domain, and the same with the standards for mathematical practice. There's a section for you to write comments for anything that you feel requires more information that you'd like to give to parents. If anything isn't clear on the assessment, you can put that there. And then there's also a category here to put a 1, 2, 3, or 4 based on how they performed on the assessment. So for starters, I want to talk about this column here. This is where you will enter the number of items answered to a level of achieving. And that means any item that's scored and achieving on the actual assessment, which has, if you've made the change to your ConnectEd reporting system and you have the new system, it looks kind of like this, and achieving is the 75% of the item or better category. There's another video for that. If you haven't had a chance to watch that, you'll want to do that before trying to enter any data onto this cover sheet. So you will enter the number of items that got an achieving into this category. If it was below achieving, those won't be counted. So in this case, the student got 4 items out of the total of 5. That 5 will already be on the cover sheet. I'm going to make sure that that's there for you, and a list of the items that pertain to that domain. In the next category is operations and algebraic thinking. I'm going to say my student also got 4 correct out of that section, or 4 that scored an achieving. From there, you'll determine the code, and the code is either going to be a 1, 2, 3, or 4, and we're going to use the same percentages that we used on the quick entry to determine what that code is going to be. So in this case, it was 4 out of 5 for NBT, and that's 80% off the top of my head, which is better than 75%, so they earn their 3 for this category. There's no way to score a 4 in content because they just simply got it right, and there weren't any opportunities for them to go above and beyond in this case. Down here, however, they scored less than 75%, so I'm going to give them a 2 unless I have evidence that supports me bumping them up to a 3. Moving down to the standards for mathematical practice, here is where you have an opportunity to give them a 4 if you feel that they went above and beyond what was asked in that item relating to the standards for mathematical practice. So if they made complete sense of their problems, persevered in solving them, they reasoned abstractly and quantitatively, and they gave multiple examples, and they just went above and beyond, you have the discretion to enter a 4 if they got all of those items right in that category, or scored an achieving for all of those items, and you feel that they went above and beyond, you can score them a 4. You also may have given them an extending for SMP items, which you can do on, you can give them an extending on quick entry. Down below, there's a section for comments. I think I mentioned that before. If you have any questions, please let me know. There are also spaces for you to enter information pertaining to the optional challenge assessment. I left an extra row underneath each category here for you to add extra challenge information, and that's another opportunity for students to get a 4. Please let me know if you would like further clarification on this. Thank you.